I'm not young. I'm not old, but I'm not young. So my story actually happens in the early 70s. Believe it or not, even people my age at one time were in high school. In high school, I was very involved in student government. Okay, so I was like the glory boy. I was the president, and I was this, and I was that. And so everybody trusted me. I could go and write hall passes for my friends. Of course, they were for very important meetings at the lake. So, we had this thing that we did with the whole, here they don't understand what a school district is. Here it's a high school. There, we had 9 high schools in our school district. So that was real different than here. So with 9 high schools, we had a district council and we had all these things. And so we would have, every year, we would have this leadership conference up at a church camp in the mountains. And all of the important people would go to the leadership conference. Well, I was trusted. So when they had the leadership conference, I had to work, and so I had to come late. Everybody came in a bus, and they all were, chaperoned around, and they were at this conference at this church camp. But I came late. I came late at night, and I came and, maybe I shouldn't have been trusted because I brought the beer. I didn't drink beer, but I brought the beer. This was the 70s. Most of you here, as I look around, there's a few tables that understand the 70s. If you remember the 70s, this was the early 70s, there was a thing they called streaking. Streaking was, in our world, streaking was the naked truth. Because people would run by naked for no reason. So, of course, we're at a leadership council. Nobody's going to, we're doing square dancing. They're calling out square dancing. And so we're at square dancing, and all of a sudden, this group of young women runs by naked. And I look and I go, excuse my language, holy shit, I know them. They were the entire group that I brought. So I thought, oh boy, am I going to get in trouble. So I run back to my cabin. I'm in my cabin, and I'm going, oh no, what am I going to do? Well, this group of young women, I really like these women. They're the Martin twins. Well, there was 2 sets of Martin twins. One was the Martin twins. The other was the Martin twins. This was the Martin twins. Okay, I liked them. They were good friends of mine. They were streaking. So I'm in my cabin. A couple other people come into the cabin and go, oh no, what are we going to do? Suddenly, all the streakers run into my cabin. They said, we figured this was the safe place because they would know that we would run to the women's cabin. They're still naked. I'm 16. It's 1973. I'm 16. Okay, it's different than now. There was no internet. There was no internet porn. There was no Mrs. B. This is me. Okay. So they get in, and they're over here, and they're in the corner. They had stashed their clothes in my room. That's okay. I'm safe. I'm Wade. I'm the president. Everybody loves me. So they're over there, and they're getting dressed, and I'm like, there's no internet. My door opens. The head, the big poobah of the whole conference walks in. Wade. That's the end.